Alright, welcome back to part 2 on the 1970, I believe, something, Harley Davidson golf cart. As you guys know, last video we picked this thing up for 300 bucks, and we got it torn down to the crank here. The crank turned out to be fine, but the piston and cylinder were toast on it because the clip on the piston came out and scored the piston right there. Right there, and then the cylinder is all scratched up as well. So you can see all the scratches on the cylinder. So those are deep gouges. They would not come out with a hone, but the head ended up being fine. So we were able to find a kit. I don't know how I found a kit for this thing, being such a weird model and so weird. So hopefully it all matches up correctly. I looked at the pictures and it said for like 1970 to 1985 Harley Davidson golf cart. So we'll see if it's the right one. But on the picture in the kit, the cart's different. So we will see. Here's the piston for it. We'll take a look at all the parts here. Came with the piston and the cylinder and the gaskets. So here are the rings for it. It looked like the same piston because it had 3 rings. And this piston has 3 rings as well, so I'm thinking it's going to be the right one. I'm really hoping. Otherwise, we're going to have some big problems. Let's see. So far, it's looking pretty close. 3 rings, same height, same size so far. And then there's an exhaust or a intake port. Alright, that looks like it might be the right one. Alright, so far so good, and it looks like it comes with the clips in there already. And the pin. So piston looks correct. Is the cylinder correct? We're going to run it either way, I think, because we don't really have many options. It's either this kit works, or this thing's going in the scrap. So, we'll see here. Came nicely packaged, at least. I kind of already opened it, so. Alright, let's see what we got here. Brand new. Looks pretty good. I don't know if this is like a cheap brand that was just up for really a lot of money. I'm not really too sure. It looks like the skirt's pretty thick on it though. Should be fine, I would think. Toned and everything, it looks like. You can see the hatch pattern in there. So let's take a look and see if it's the same cylinder. I don't know if that is. Looks pretty similar. Same pattern right there, same pattern right there. You got the cutoff right there. Cut off right there. We're gonna have to get that out. That's the exhaust bolt. It looks pretty similar. I think that's the same thing. Alright, we got pretty lucky there. So that is going to get installed next, and then we'll try to check for spark because we don't know if we have spark from last video because we couldn't turn it over fast enough. So we'll see once we install this if we have spark, and then we're hopefully going to do the first start on this thing today. So stay tuned. Should be interesting. I've never seen one of these start up before, so it'll be very, very interesting. And there's snow on the ground, so we're definitely taking it for a ride if it starts up. So stay tuned for that. Should be a fun video. Alright, we're going to use some Permatex gasket maker to go on the base gasket here. And then we've got a gasket from the kit we can use to put over the top. But I always like to put a little bit of this on there just for reassurance that that doesn't leak. Because sometimes this surface can get a little pitted, cause leaking, so this kind of prevents that from happening. And I cleaned off the surface with the razor blade to get all the old gasket material off. So we should be good. Let's just see if the gasket fits on there. Hopefully it does. Let's see which way does this thing go. Looks like it goes that way. Alright. Looks like that fits perfectly, so we should be in good shape. Let's now get the piston on. I'll get the rings on first, and then we'll get the piston all lubed up and get it on there. Alright, let's see if we can get the piston on. We got the rings on, and we got everything lubed up. We got the bearing in here lubed up, and everything should be good to go. We can see exhaust right there on the piston. That's going to go towards the exhaust side, which is going to be this side of the machine. You can see the intake is over here because the carburetor is over there. So let's get this guy on, see if we can. Alright, piston rings are all lubed up. Those are good to go. Let's get the clip on, and then we'll continue to get the cylinder on. Alright, let's try to get the cylinder on. See if we can get her to go. Alright, let's get the other gasket down here. This one's pretty thin. We gotta get the head on. I don't know which way the head goes. See if it turns over here. Pretty smooth. Alright. I don't know what these are supposed to be torqued to, but that's pretty much all the way down. It feels like pretty tight. They're not budging at all. So that looks pretty dang good. All right, let's get the exhaust on and continue this process. All right, this thing's going on. All right, that's on. Let's get the exhaust on next. We'll put a little bit of gasket maker on there as well. All right, exhaust is on. Let's get a battery hooked up over here and see if we've got some good spark here. It'll be interesting to see. Otherwise, we're gonna have to tear apart the ground in here and try to figure it out. No, it's not turning over. There we go. Oh, that sounds good. Let's see, we've got spark here. Now we're fast enough at least. Oh yeah, good spark. Sweet. That sounds pretty good. All right. Let's get some gas to it and see if she fires up. We gotta get that spark plug in yet, but we're getting close. All right, we cleared out the gas last video. It was pretty gross in there, but I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's pretty clean in there now. There's no rust or anything, so we're gonna take off that gas line right here, go into the carburetor, and we'll see if gas is flowing through it. It's pretty solid on there. Carburetor looks pretty dirty on the outside, so we'll probably end up having to clean that out, but let's see if we can get that off first. All right, we mixed up some 32-to-1. Gonna dump that in, see if goes through the gas line here. All right, we got some gas in there. We're gonna shoot some down the carburetor as well. Right down the carburetor right there. All right, let's shoot some down the carb. Right there. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. She wanted to go. She was running. Alright, I think we're gonna have to take her outside and test her out here, because you can't really let it idle, because to start it you put the gas on, so. But it was sounding pretty good. It looks like gas is flowing through here. So, let's see if this thing works. Alright, I think there's gas going through here. So that's good. We're going to leave the intake off for now. I still have to clean that up a bit, but we'll put the battery thing in right there. Hopefully that holds up and then we can test this thing out. We don't have too much room to test her out on, but we'll see if she moves. Alright, we'll see if reverse works. Switch this over. Battery's dead. Alright, let's try this again. Turn this guy on. Reverse. She moves pretty good. Let's see here. See if she'll start back up. We kind of have a low battery, but pretty sweet little machine. We're gonna have to take it on the road to really get it going, but she's running pretty good. That's pretty sweet. That's awesome.
No.
Here, you just film me then. All right. Reverse right there. All right. That.
Wow. That's a weird sounding golf cart. Ooh, this demon. Ooh, smells.
I'm sure the clutch is burning up a little bit. You want to take a ride? You don't want to take a ride? Was it smoking pretty good when I was riding it?
I didn't see anything smoking when you were riding it.
Must just be burning off the old oil that's on it.
That's what I would think.
But I think the clutch is slipping a little bit.
Ooh, it smells.
Really? Like what? Like rubber?
I don't know. Just got an odor.
Alright, you want to take it for a ride? Let's just try it.
What does that mean?
Just hold on to this.
Okay.
In there.
In there?
Yeah,
Oh,
sit down in the
God.
seat. It might not even work. Let's see.
Is that a spider?
No. Into the driveway, Jade. Alright, I got it. pretty cool,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's pretty awesome. Well, thanks for filming.
Yeah, anytime.
If you want to go for another ride, let me know.
Okay, I'll let you know.
All right, first ride, pretty good. Not too bad. I could tell that the carburetor probably needed to be cleaned a little bit because it was kind of stalling sometimes, and then when we go full speed, it doesn't go very fast, so I'm guessing the belt is really worn out, and you can tell it is because it's pretty rough in there. So it probably needs a new belt, and then needs a battery, and then probably a carb clean, but thing's pretty fun. I'm guessing it'll get better and better as we ride it. Pretty sweet. It's really fun to drive. We were drifting in the snow pretty good there. Pretty fun. These back tires flat. No, those are pumped up. Let's see. Yeah, those are pumped up too. Thing's pretty heavy, so moves pretty good for what it is. I don't know what cc this thing is. Maybe 175. I don't know if it's a 250 cc. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. But yeah, moves pretty good. But yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. That kit seemed to work out pretty good. $300 for the kit, $300 for the cart, and we got a running, driving, working Harley Davidson 1970 something golf cart. So pretty cool. I've never driven one of these, so it's pretty cool to drive in one. Jade was the passenger, and she was able to steer it in the passenger seat, and yeah, that's pretty cool. The gas gauge works, everything works on it, except I don't think the front lights work. I don't know what those are even hooked up to. So I'll have to see where those go. But yeah, everything else works on this thing. So definitely a cool machine. It sounds pretty good, except for being pretty loud and the clutch belt not being the best. But brakes work, throttle works. Everything seems to work pretty good. So yeah, that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. And stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Till next time, we are out.